Welcome back to another Braaescapades video. On today's video, we visit the Dole Pineapple Plantation on Oahu in Hawaii. Did you catch that tree? I think it's beautiful. The bark, I think it's called a rainbow ficus. Could be wrong, probably am. Leave me a comment if you know exactly what that tree is. It's a rainbow something. What we're looking at here is just beautiful landscape photos of the Dole Plantation, which we found out while we were there. The Dole owns an entire island in Hawaii. I guess the operation grew to such a large scale that the owner needed more space. And they grow a lot more than just pineapples there. But seeing them growing in the wild, pretty spectacular. When you visit, parking is free. The guest center is free. They call it a mall, or part of it's a mall. Part of it's a food court. You can get lunch there, grilled food, or your typical Dole Whip, which is delicious no matter where you are. You can understand why Disney showcases the Dole Whip. I had mine with extra pineapple tidbits, and it doesn't disappoint. While you're there are multiple different paid attractions that you can choose to do. They have the world's largest maze that you saw in the photo from the beginning. It's shaped like a pineapple in the middle, kind of like a corn maze, but made with different foliage. There is a garden tour. There is a koi pond. There are different attractions, which you'll see here in my photos. A big sign says Aloha for photo op. You take fun pics, or the Pineapple Express, which is a 2-mile train ride. Takes you out through the pineapple fields, shows you where everything is planted and harvested, and along the way you get to see some amazing views and some broken down machinery that is no longer in service. It's just a sight to behold, and definitely a must-do experience when you visit Oahu. Coming up here soon, I took a video of us riding the train, so I'm gonna stop talking and just let everybody enjoy the video of the train. But up until then, it's a couple of different photos while we were on the train. I wouldn't say they're domesticated. They do have some pigs on the farm. They may be wild. They may belong to the farm. I think they probably provide some essential service, cleaning up leftover debris and whatnot, making fertilizer, however you want to go ahead and describe that. But overall, this place was a very nice place to visit. It's kind of a drive if you're staying in Waikiki or Honolulu proper. I would say around an hour-ish outside of the city, up towards the North Shore. But it's a beautiful drive. It's a beautiful facility. And if you get the opportunity to go and visit, I would highly recommend it. I think that's going to do it for me in this video. I'm going to leave it up to you for the rest of the photos and videos. Enjoy. And if you like this sort of thing, consider leaving a like, a comment, even push a notification bell and subscribe to our channel. There's going to be more of this stuff to come, and we thank you for watching.
venir para acompañar, para pintar las caras. Ahora que me paguen
That might be a good part of New York. That place is gorgeous.
No, dice, pero no voy a mirar encima. Dice, no voy a mirar encima.
Just a few announcements as we head out into the plantation. For your safety and those around you, please stay seated and keep your head, arms, legs, and any devices, including selfie sticks and GoPros, within the train at all times. Refrain from eating or drinking while on the train. And in case you dropped an item outside the train, please do not leave the train to retrieve your item. Just take notice of the numbered markers along the train tracks closest to your dropped item and let your conductor know at the exit platform, and we will send someone out to retrieve the item for you. Note that you will be exiting the train at a different platform from where you boarded. Once the train comes to a complete stop, let's begin our journey with a little background on this special city where we are located. It's called Wahiawa. Located between the Waianae and Ko'olau mountain ranges, Wahiawa is known for its scenic beauty, agricultural history, and strong military presence. The weather here is cooler and wetter compared to other parts of Oahu, with more rainfall and temperatures averaging 70 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. With a population of under 20,000 residents, Wahiawa has a small-town atmosphere and a strong sense of community. If you can spare some time, visit one of the many shops and restaurants in Wahiawa town and experience the hometown pride and aloha spirit displayed by its residents. outside of Hawaii. However, the only way to reach this market was to pack and seal the pineapple in cans. As a result, in 1901, James Dole built a pineapple cannery here in Montauk. This marked the start of the Hawaiian Pineapple Company. 7 years later, in 1907, the cannery was relocated to Honolulu Harbor, closer to the labor pool, shipping ports, and supplies. The Honolulu Cannery, at one time the world's largest cannery, remained in operation until 1991. As the demand for pineapple grew, so did the need for more land. So, in 1922, James Dole bought the island of Lanai and converted it from a cactus-covered island with 150 people into the largest pineapple plantation in the world. For nearly 70 years, Lanai operated as a pineapple plantation, and in its heyday, supplied nearly 75% of the world's pineapples. By the 1930s, Hawaii was known as the pineapple capital of the world, and James Dole, the Pineapple King. The Hawaiian Pineapple Company he founded was now processing over 200,000 tons of pineapple a year, helping to make pineapple one of Hawaii's largest industries, responsible for 90% of all the canned pineapple produced in the world. James Drummond Dole passed away in 1958 at the age of 80. The Hawaiian Pineapple Company he founded is now known the world over as Dole Food Company, and the Dole brand is one of the most recognized brands in the world. Wailoa Estate to become the undisputed leader and producer of the best chocolate in Hawaii. If you haven't done so already, we encourage you to visit the Wailoa Estate chocolate display area inside our store. In addition to showcasing a delicious assortment of world-class chocolates, we also conduct a free demonstration on how chocolate is produced from bean to bar. Another agricultural product that played a major role in this area was sugar. Back in the 1950s, there were over 20,000 acres of agricultural land in this area. Roughly half were pineapple fields and the other half sugarcane fields. Many of the early pineapple and sugar plantation laborers were from foreign countries such as China, Japan, and the Philippines. Plantation villages or camps were set up to house the workers and their families. These villages reflected the different cultures the laborers brought with them. In fact, many cultural aspects of these plantation villages have endured and influence life in Hawaii today. For example, the holidays are a time when local families get together to celebrate with family and friends. Around the dinner table is the traditional turkey and stuffing, but there will also be dishes like sashimi or raw fish, kalua pig or shredded pork, poke, lomi salmon, hoi, sushi, chicken long rice, pork adobo, nishime, lumpia, and many others. On New Year's Eve, get ready for some fireworks. Islanders love to ring in the new year by popping fireworks, which in some Asian cultures is said to ward off evil spirits. New Year's mochi pounding is another local tradition where everyone takes their turn pounding the glutinous sticky rice for good luck. The mochi, or Japanese rice cake, is then formed into round pieces and filled with azuki, or red bean paste. Most of the mochi is eaten, but some families will place an offering of 2 mochi cakes stacked on top of each other with a Japanese orange on top. This stack is typically placed on the family altar or somewhere else in the home to bring good fortune in the coming year. Another huge celebration is Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year lands on a different day each year on the new moon between January and February. There are many customs surrounding Chinese New Year, like the Lion Dance, a traditional Chinese dance performance in which 2 dancers, often from a local martial arts school, work together in a stylized lion costume to move to the rhythm of a drum. Lions are symbolic of wisdom and power in Chinese culture, and the Lion Dance is said to bring good fortune. During Chinese New Year, be sure to greet everyone with Kung Ji Fa Choi, or Happy New Year. Those are just a few of the cultural traditions that we celebrate here in Hawaii. Many of them passed down from generation to generation from the old plantation days.
When you bring out the sunshine in me. And when you bring out the sunshine,